Hello and welcome to Channels Book Club. My name is Olakunle Kasumo and it's great to be on the show all the time. It's always great to be on Channels Book Club where we talk all things books. Today is exciting because we were part of an important literary festival. This is the season of literary festivals in Nigeria, by the way. People always ask, when do you have the literary festivals in Nigeria? When do they happen in Nigeria? Usually, they're all stacked around the end of the year, October, November. You start having the literary festivals pop up. Not that we have a lot of them in Nigeria anyway. We still need a whole lot more of literary festivals. But the big ones, at least. And when we talk about the big ones, we're talking about Lagos Book and Art Festival. We're talking about Ake Festival. Those are the big literary and art festivals in Nigeria. And boy, if you've never attended them, you need to start planning to attend. Well, both of them, unfortunately, are already over right now. So if you plan to attend, you need to start planning for 2024. Ake Festival happened not too long ago, just very, very recently, just ended. And as always, exciting and fun for all the attendees. And I mean, what a job. Lola Shonei, the initiator or the pioneer, the visionary of that festival. What a job she's done over the years. What a job she's done. Well done, Lola Shonei. Well done. Wherever you are, keep flying that flag, keep doing it. Well done. Africa is proud of you. And of course, Lagos Book and Art Festival, which has been on for many, many years, the consistency. It's just, I mean, they've just kept on. Cora, well done to you guys. Well done to you guys. You are doing such a fantastic job. Well, we were at the last Lagos Book and Art Festival, and as always, as usual, it was fun. Enjoyed it.
For 25 years, the Committee for Relevant Art, KORA, has been consistent in promoting literacy, art and culture in Nigeria by organizing the Lagos Book and Art Festival, LABAF. The 2023 edition was recently held at the usual venue of the festival, Freedom Park, Lagos State. The theme, The Reset, History and a Darkling Plain, had 64 hybrid sessions including colloquium, seminars, symposiums, mentorship and art exhibitions amongst others.
This is a new government, and LABAF is always about using literature to set agenda for nation building. We have a new government, and we haven't exactly sorted out the extant social contract between the people and the elected. So we want to we're discussing how that sort of government will take off and what is in the Nigerian text that informs a whole lot of things that he can use as to build his agenda. So that's what the research is about. We're using history as a backdrop. These are the things that have taken place. Can we look at them and use them to inform what is the present and the future? So we deliberately took a theme, the main line in the theme from Ken Saruwa's book, his book on the Biafran War, because that's the most epochal event in 60 years of Nigerian history, post-colonial history. That war has not been properly won or lost.
On the audience, is there anybody that has written a book and you're finding it difficult to publish the book?
The session in the annual one-week festival was attended by authors, artists, publishers, writers, poets, students, and other literary and art enthusiasts.
The panel session scheduled for today.
Bemi Shashore, the CEO of Kuramo Books and founder of Q Festival of Words, was honored at this year's Publishers Forum, which was in association with a network of book clubs and reading culture promoters in Nigeria.
Everyone is buzzing about artificial intelligence, but have we considered its impact on our publishing industry? Have we taken a moment to explore the rich history of book fairs, festivals, and the reading culture in Nigeria?
I'm the only one who finds AI terrifying, but we'll get into it.
They are language models, not actually AI. It's just complicated enough to seem to be artificially intelligent. It actually isn't. It can be quite daft. Coming back to the creative part of our work, and even the operations part. Yeah. To us, we find that it's a very viable tool. It's a very viable tool. And we also find, if I may jump into publishing, so I can give you some chance to talk, that the more recent contracts we are having, publishing contract drafts, and we've incorporated them into our own clauses, say that we must seek permission before using AI art in design. So the AI clauses have been developed by legal teams around the world, and they are making the way into our publishing agreements. But in terms of operations, it's a wonderful tool for synopsis and blurbs. It is beautiful for blurbs.
It acts as a writing prompt for me now. I just get a crazy thought in my head. I put the prompt in and it sends me images. And I look at those images and it helps me with imagination. But also, I know that there's a danger to it.
I had no knowledge whatsoever about publishing. Nothing at all. I didn't do education. I didn't do publishing. And so I didn't know what to do. So I went to the market and I bought 2 books. One printed in Nigeria and one printed in India. And I came back to the office, looked up both of them, and I'm like, wow, nothing to write home about these books. I believe I can do better. And that was how I started.
Any business, you have challenges, but I think what keeps you going is just, the fact that that, if there are tough times, tough times don't last forever, right? They would pass. And I think that we are also in a very critical, very important, industry. Books are important. A lot of the social change that we want in our society are, they need to come from the place of ideas, right? And, even a work of fiction can inspire, someone to question things, to challenge, the status quo. And when we think of the importance of what we do, I think it provides a lot of motivation to keep going.
What many people don't realize is that publishing is a legal arrangement, is a legal thing, but printing is a physical thing. So don't get deceived that because you don't have a printing press, you can't be a publisher.
Your first experience at a book fair, what was it like? And what were your expectations?
I much prefer the new iteration, having it in the kind of sort of expo center, this kind of thing. It was, all the elements were there, but the venue was just I just didn't think it was particularly progressive.
The activity I saw were mainly for children, and even those activities I didn't think were the most exciting for young people. So that's my experience. But that said, I appreciate the fact that such a book fair exists.
I think each book fair has its own, if you like, character, and all that, So, and the people come in, they know why they are there, so everybody would not connect with everything.
The winner of the 2023 Nigeria Prize for Literature, Obari Gomba, gifted the award-winning book Grit to the students present. Some artworks were also on display to celebrate Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka. Also at Labaf was the Green Festival, which held its 18th edition. The session is usually dedicated to celebrate and educate children at the annual festival. Activities at the Green Festival included book readings, career exhibitions, drama performances,
In the beginning, yes, God created the heaven and the earth. God be lie, oh. And the earth was without form or void. Are you sure? And the darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Akika. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. Me too. I am flying out of this country. All this happened for you too. Yes. No water, no light, no security, no food, no good life. We are flying out of this country. People are sending money from Obodo Ibo to build house for Nigeria. Why people in Nigeria are selling their houses to Japan?
spelling bees, and mentorship amongst others.
I was a member of Quora when it started. So it's just been an incredible journey for him, and I really thank they had never seen that spirit and sustaining something like this that is not glamorous. People don't like to attend events that are not glamorous, but I owe my growth to fora like this, to where books are discussed, to where theater is discussed, to where culture is discussed. I'm a child of this.
Participants at the occasion bear their minds on the activities of the festival and their take-home.
I have learned so much. The Publishers Forum was tailored for me because hearing from the likes of Mr. Dotun speaking about his experience as the CEO of Roving Heights, his profits, his losses, hearing from the likes of Mrs. Ilusomi Awele talking about book marketing classes and how to go about your book launch, hearing from the likes of Funmi Irene, it was awesome. I was so happy I was here. Then I got to see the CEO of Showers Publishers too. It was awesome. I was inspired. Publishing is not a task for the small mind.
I learned that God created us in a unique way. I learned how to dance. I learned how to spell. I learned a lot of things so far. I've learned many things about our cultures, our environment, about how we can be better, and how education can impact our life.
Reading of books can never be overemphasized because there's knowledge in reading, and so that is the reason why we brought the kids here so that they can also learn from the wealth of knowledge.
John Abbott, who earlier spoke at one of the sessions, explained how children can find reading more interesting.
Best way to encourage them, for me, is to begin to incentivize reading. Is to begin to make reading attractive.
The books of this year's festival included On the Darkling Plain by Ken Saro-Wiwa, My Odyssey by Nnamdi Azikiwe, Pelewura by Femi Olugbe, A Shred of Fear by Uche Nwokedi, I Am Still With You by Emmanuel Aduma, Bear Tomorrow by Dotu Famario, and Dear Mother by Nora Sonya, amongst others.
Who hasn't heard of Dr. Edwin Clark? Well, he finally wrote his autobiography and launched it recently. People have been waiting, eager to read his story. You can just imagine the kinds of stories packed in that autobiography. We were there at the launch. Enjoy it.
"96-year-old Nigerian nationalist, elder statesman and Ijaw leader Senator Edwin Clark has decided to share his wealth of knowledge in a new autobiography titled Brutally Frank. The 666-page book took Senator Edwin Clark over 10 years to write. In his address, the book presentation chairman in Lagos, Professor Hope Egaga, shared an insight on the book.
This book is an intervention in the politics of Nigeria. You need to read it. I am amazed by past ability to recall detail from 70 years ago. He mentions names. My mind was blown by the very first chapter where he traces his genealogy. Third, fourth cousins, great-grandfather, all the many wives and the children, the ancestry, all the linkages in Izor, in Orobo, in Shekiri, everywhere. Fantastic memory.
Senator Anthony Adefoye, while speaking as the chairman of the occasion, showered accolades on the nonagenarian author.
Now, at 96, he's still working. That is Chief Edwin Clark for you. And this is a man, if you go to his house any time of the day, you are welcome. And it's not only that you are welcome, you will find quite a lot of people there who are either seeking assistance, seeking knowledge, or seeking political association. He is a man Nigeria will not forget very quickly.
The author and political juggernaut who joined the book launch virtually appreciated everyone for honoring him and gave an expose on the title of the book.
I'm not a violent person. It is not meant to condemn people. But for 70 years, from the First Republic to today, I have participated in every aspect of this government of Nigeria. And I feel that I should write a book. Everything I know about my family, let people know where I come from. This man, he has been talking the truth, speaking. What is his background? When I was 90, one of the messages I received was from my boss, General Yakubu Gowon, when I was Minister of Information in his government. At 90, he sent me a congratulating message. And part of it was Chief Edwin Clark, EK I called him, is a very, very forthright Nigerian lawyer. And he speaks his mind on any subject. He is brutally frank. So I took that as the title of my book. I would not say it was my invention. No, I took it from the message of congratulations given to me by my boss.
This event was the Lagos and Southwest presentation of the book. It was earlier launched at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
So much packed in there. We'll probably be featuring that book on the show very soon. Before we end this episode, enjoy this reading.
I am Juliet Ifoma Obijiaku, the lead trainer at eBasics Diction, Public Speaking and Poise Academy. I help people achieve excellence in their spoken English and, of course, written English. Today, let's delve into these books. I am the author of Polish Your Diction book and English Essentials. I'll be reading through some of the excerpts in these books to educate you on the essence of reading Polish Your Diction and English Essentials. Let's talk about how important good pronunciation is. A common mistake made by many studying English as a second language is not paying adequate attention to English pronunciation. Pronunciation is vital for proper communication. So you can imagine you saying something and the person listening to you gets a different message. Take, for instance, someone who has the F and V factor keeps saying in view of, and the listeners got the message of in view of, and the speaker meant in view of. Let's take other examples, the words cucumber. a lot of people would say cucumber. And the actual pronunciation is cucumber. How about this word? The word transparent. People out there, most Nigerian speakers would say transparent. And there's no such word as transparent. It is transparent. There are a treasure trove of words we mispronounce on a daily, except we don't open our mouths to speak. But the moment we speak, we reel off errors from our mouths. And it's the amount of confidence we put in when we mispronounce these words. Let me take us quickly on a few words. Words like epitome. Some speakers would say epitome. Look at that beautiful woman. She's an epitome of beauty. Instead of saying she's the epitome of beauty. You'll be shocked to realize that there is no such word as expatiate. Where did we get the N from? We misspell it and we mispronounce it. There's no such word as expatiate. You should say expatiate. Expatiate. And let me ice your cake for you by adding this word, the word facet. Many of us will say there are several facets, or many facets, or many facets rather. The word is facet and not facet. You see why Polish Your Diction is one book you should have in your collection. A quick one as I delve into English Essentials, a vital handbook for anyone who aims at better English expressions. One beautiful thing about speaking well, or you want people to perceive you as not just a speaker of English language, but an intellectual speaker, is not just pronouncing your words correctly, but also having your constructions grammatically correct. On page 29, English Essentials, here I mentioned some errors in the nouns we use. It will shock you to realize that a troubleshooter is not a troublemaker. A troubleshooter is someone who solves problems. If you have a troubleshooter around you, you should consider yourself a lucky person. Unfortunately and ironically, we use troubleshooter to mean a troublemaker. One more, there are over 1,000 errors mentioned in this book. One more to add to that. A lot of us would say, let's go back to the drawing table. You should say, let's go back to the drawing board. How about the word, Nonso is my cousin brother, Nkechi is my cousin sister. Where did we get those expressions from? Cousin brother, cousin sister. Simply say cousin. She is my cousin, he's my cousin. We can go on. And let me add this. There is no such word as, there's no such expression as I am catwalking. You murder English, you bury English when you say I am catwalking. You should say I am sashaying. Do you know that catwalk is that long, narrow stage that models walk along in a fashion show? So when you say you are catwalking, it sounds like you carried the podium on your head and you're walking with it. Catwalk is not the appropriate word to use here. You should say, I am sashaying. I know you are shocked. This is why you should get these books. It took me 5 years to pull these together. So if you really want to polish your diction, you want to sharpen your pronunciation, you want to upscale the way people will perceive you, particularly when it comes to your grammatical construction, you need these 2 books. And after reading them, you will thank me later. Do enjoy yourselves as you read. Thank you.
This is where we have to end the show today. As always, we'll be delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Olakunle Kasumu. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.